Hey Dolphins, Mrs. Edwards here. Today is Friday, November 6th, and this is your Friday flag. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Place your right hand over your heart. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. For the month of November, our character trait is citizenship. What does it mean to be a good citizen? Is that someone who picks up trash when they find it? Is it someone who always tells the truth? I want you to think about how you can be a good citizen in your classes today. It's always a great time for a pat on the back. Let's hear some staff shout outs. Mrs. Blue is always so much fun, and the students are learning so much while enjoying the distance learning. She is such an amazing teacher. From Trisha. Mrs. Chambers rocks. She's terrific. Ms. Faze is just fantastic. From Angelica. And from Elias, Ms. Faze is a wonderful teacher. She takes time to answer my questions and helps me with my schoolwork. Thanks for making learning fun. When I grow up, I want to be a teacher just like you. From Madison. Mrs. Foster and Mrs. Provder have done a fantastic job putting together after-school tutoring to help our kiddos. Thank you. From Cassandra. She's great. From Sarah. Mrs. Pollock is such a great teacher. I hope she teaches 3rd and 4th grade combo again next year so I can have her again in 4th grade. From Alexandra. Thank you for your continued time and effort that you are putting in to help my 1st grader become successful. It may be a whole new world out there, but that hasn't stopped you from giving her all the resources she needs. Not only are you providing the understanding of the materials, but your emotional support and encouraging words have made a huge difference. She enjoys distance learning, and we are so lucky to have her as your 1st grade teacher. From Laura. He's an amazing teacher. From Melissa. And from Gavin, thank you for teaching us new math skills and for reading to us during story time. You are awesome. She is so kind and helpful, and we appreciate all of her hard work. Thank you. From the Learer family. Next, we have our dynamic dolphins. In Mrs. Schaefer's class, for completing all of her assignments and communicating with the teacher, we have Jeanne. And for being better prepared and ready to learn, we have Ryan. In Ms. Mays' class, she's recognizing Anthony and Evie. In Mr. Wiggs' class, he's recognizing Ashton and Jaden. In Mrs. Foster's class, for following along and putting forth their best efforts daily, we have Dash and Alyssa. In Mrs. Provder's class, for continuously striving to do their best in all of their meetings and demonstrating their successes in their work, we have Paul and Ricky. In Mrs. Sundall's class, she recognizes Riley and Jackson. In Mrs. Malman's class, for always paying close attention to each lesson every day of the week, we have Jory and Reed. In Mrs. Valadez's class, for increased effort in completing all assignments, being prepared and on time for class, and for having excellent participation, we recognize Armani and Damien. In Mrs. Ducharme's class, for outstanding effort in independent work, we have Reagan and Tresor. In Mrs. Walters' class, for coming to class prepared and having neat work, we have Matthew and Julia. In Mrs. Zaleski's class, for her greatly increased effort, we have Selah. In Mrs. Garcia's class, for meeting their AR goal for October, we have Elizabeth and Alexis. In Ms. Blue's class, we have Ariel and Tyler. In Mrs. McIntyre's class, for always working hard and being respectful, we have Damien, and for sharing her brilliant ideas and questions during class, we have Charlotte. In Mrs. Pollock's class, for always having a positive attitude, even if something is challenging, we have William and Zariah. And in Mr. Horton's class, for continuing to complete all assignments, we have Alexis and Josue. In Mrs. Burke's class, she recognizes Talita and Victoria. Thank you again to all of our dynamic dolphins out there. And now it's time for birthdays. Happy birthday to all of our friends out there this week. I hope you have a great weekend, and we will see you on Monday.